So Matt Reeves talked about the Batman 2. Jerry had a victory lap on this one because the Court of Owls was trending after this. So this is what Matt Reeves said about it. He said, "We shared the script as we've been going along with DC, and they are super excited. It's going to dig into the epic story about deeper corruption, and it goes into places he couldn't even anticipate in the first one." So, how does this news from Matt Reeves? How does that make you feel? What are some things that you've gathered from this? And what are some theories that you have regarding the Batman 2?
So first of all, I love what he said about how he wants to make the movie feel like it could exist in our world. Like that was so cool. And when he said that, the first thing I thought of was the Riddler's costume, because the Riddler's costume was exact. If you were to think about the Riddler in like our world, like if a real Riddler was trending on Twitter right now, that is exactly what he would look like, and he would 100% be on Reddit. You know, but the other thing that I really love, and I think I'm about to drop a gem here, is that the Court of Owls, if you want to have like a real cultural commentary and a grounded, realistic take on Batman, especially with the detective story, the Court of Owls is the perfect villain. The Court of Owls is the perfect villain because our society is obsessed with the idea of a real life Illuminati, a real life secret society. I mean, the other day there's this singer I follow, not because I'm into her music. I just think I just follow the singer, and she posted a picture where she was like, I can't even do it, but she basically put this sign like upside down, and apparently she has a song called like I'm Okay. And
Mhm.
she also took like another picture and she was like this. And people freaked out. They were like, she was like, and she posted on her story something like, relax, like it's just an okay sign. I didn't mean anything by it. But and like, so I checked the comments, all the people were freaking out, like, oh, it's an Illuminati sign. The Illuminati got her. The Illuminati got whatever. You know,
The
but
Illuminati.
the Court of Owls is the secret society in Gotham. They're the ones that have been pulling all the strings on all the villains and everything forever. And when Bruce, Batman, first finds out about the Court of Owls, he doesn't believe it because he was like, I would know about them. And then he's like, wait a minute, holy crap, they're real. So I love the idea of the Court of Owls, secret society, a corrupt group of the elite top 1% wealthy crew that's running everything. And it makes for such a good detective story, but it also makes for such a good grounded and realistic villain. And the other thing here is it's not just a regular realistic villain, it's going to be a realistic villain that still feels, and this is the thing about the grounded and realistic versions of villains, like they work best when the movie makes them feel larger than life. And that's going to be easy to do with the Court of Owls, considering how powerful they are and nobody knows who they are. And it's funny because a lot of people will be like, oh, if I were wealthy, like I'd want to be famous. I think the smarter answer is if I were, like if I had billions of dollars, I would want no one to know who I am, and I would move in secrecy too. And the Court of Owls, I mean, don't get me wrong, when they're not operating with the Court of Owls, I'm sure people know who they are, but it is a secret society and they do wear the masks at the meeting. The masks look super cool too. It is the best. It's the first arc of the best Batman run of all time, which is Batman New 52 by Scott Snyder. But yeah, it's going to be easy to make them feel larger than life because how deep their control runs. And I just think that's going to be incredible. And I think he's doing it because Matt Reeves is brilliant. He's creative. And I'm sure he has thought about what everything I just said because, he's brilliant. And I'm sure he's thought about it from all perspectives.
Yeah. Something I love, James 007 Spectre. Well, one of my favorite Bond films. Um, feed it off of that secret society type of thing when he's like standing in a room, everyone's wearing masks, and they all turn to him. They're like, "Yeah, we knew you were here the whole time." Like that's the like I love secret society stuff. That
Me
just
too.
it feeds my fandom. Now I want to talk about the greater view of what this means. If the Court of Owls are the new thing, this is going to be Matt Reeves and Robert Pattinson's Captain America, the freaking Winter Soldier. This movie is going to be big. I'm not saying that it's going to be like it in plot, but I mean like the way that the movie elevated. I think this is going to be a big elevation of this Batman character that Matt Reeves has been working on, and I think that Penguin is going to be responsible for a lot of that elevation. Um, I also want to talk about how you know, think about this, guys, with the Joker, right? Like, think about the difference between the Joker and the Batman, right? The Batman is addressing something that people have always talked about, which is a secret society, and they're putting it into the story, and like they're putting it into the story of Gotham. The same way that Captain America, 2 was like a political thriller, but it was the politics of the world it was in. And that's what I am excited to see, a superhero film where we are taking a deep dive into the politics of the world it was in. And I think that the first Batman film, Jerry, one of my favorite scenes was when Batman found out that his parents were freaking corrupted, just like every other, rich person around. And I think that, Matt Reeves put that in there because, and this might be a reach, but I wouldn't be shocked if Matt Reeves, if the Court of Owls is the, bad guys, it would be funny if his parents were in it at a time. And I think that'll be a very interesting, plot point to see, Bruce Wayne deal with that as well. So, because Matt Reeves focuses so much on, that pain and suffering. And, I am really excited to see a deeper dive into the mind of Batman as he uncovers it. Because I did read that comic, and he was like, there's no, and it's kind of comedic because he's like, there's no way. Like there's no,
Yeah.
like there's it's kind of funny because you're like,
Right.
bro, like you're yeah, you don't know. And then when
Yeah.
he finds out, it's like a WTF moment. He's like, how do I not know this?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that would be funny to see on screen. That would be hilarious to see on screen.
That would be great, especially if Pattinson would crush that.
I agree. And you said this before, that the Court of Owls is one of the best Batman stories of all time, and you are correct. That story is a banger, bona fide banger.
Yeah. And yeah, like, they're also, we've never seen them in a movie. And what's crazy is you have fans that are like, oh, we want to see Mr. Freeze. Like,
Oh, God.
what, if you would prefer Mr. Freeze over Court of Owls, like, you should never give anyone your opinion ever again.
Yeah, you need to you need to go and watch the animated Court of Owls Batman film. That's going to change your whole mind, bro.
Yeah,
And
I think it's called Batman vs. Robin, but you need to watch Batman and Son first.
Yep, 100%. By the way, great films, great films.
Yeah.
Great.